Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask that you connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition. The Devil card just came out. Use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. All right. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Oh, and we got the star. We got the star and the Devil card. That's pretty nice. That's a good combination to have, I think. Let's put this all into some more major arcana. And some really interesting earth energy here, too. More court cards, and a 10 of cups. Wow. So we've got a lot of major arcana. We've got a cluster of court cards. We have very good earth, very good water energy. This is fantastic. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot that we will set aside. I'm going to put the Frankenstein's monster duck. This is, I think we'll call her Francine. That was a suggestion in the comments, and I like that one. We'll call her Francine. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but if you get an idea of what that is, feel free to leave your prediction in the comment section below. Okay? Let's do it as a group exercise. Let's see if we can kind of work on our intuition and really tap in, right? Really connect with these energies, and let's start discerning that mystery card together. Okay. First, let's look around the room one more time. So we've got major, and then we've got some fire here. We've got some water here, of course. We do have some air, and then we've got all this earth energy. So there really is a lot of practical things that we're doing, right? I think that you're in a very productive mode of energy. And what I feel happening for you in the coming days and weeks is a deeper understanding of who you are and where you belong. Here is that star card. This is the realization of which star in the company of stars is you, right? I think that you have a destiny. I think that you're starting to get maybe an increased sense of this, that you're meant for something great, that you're being pulled towards something, that something is starting to happen. We're making progress. All this earth energy is really good. I feel like you're starting to get more and more and more. It's like it's getting stronger, this feeling. Yeah. And I think the more progress we're making with something, it could be a work thing, it could be a creative project, it could be with your relationships mostly. I don't know where the focus is, except that it's taking place in the material world. And what I'm kind of feeling is that we're making progress. We're seeing improvements, right? We're going from a 7 of Pentacles to a 9 of Pentacles. So anytime we have this kind of gain, this is a visible sign of progress. We're seeing improvements. This is above everything. This is what we're kind of looking at, and we're seeing, yeah, things are getting better. So I feel like this is a cycle that you're on right now, and this is pretty nifty neat here. Because the more you're seeing what wasn't working, or the what to even call the 7 of Pentacles. I don't want to call it failure, but the difficulties and the challenges. This is what wasn't working in the past. Okay, we're seeing progress. We're seeing improvement. We're seeing gains. And the more you see what's low becoming high, what's less becoming more, what wasn't working now is starting to work, the more you experience this, the more you're aware of this, then the more you get this feeling of you're on the right path, you're following your destiny, you're getting closer to your star, you're feeling the blessings, right? You were kind of witnessing the miracles here. It's just like this was not a good thing here, this Seven of Pentacles. Things were not working so well. But they're going to start to improve. And the more they improve, well, the devil energy, right? The more they improve, the more you're motivated to keep working at them, right? We need those little confirmations, those little reinforcements, right? Just give me some sort of sign that what I'm doing is working, that I'm on the right path. And sure enough, you're going to get those. You're going to see the Nine of Pentacles, the visible signs of progress, the measurable, tangible, I can hold it in my hand. I can measure it with a ruler, right? Or whatever, tape measure. Weigh it in a scale. And that's going to reinforce your endurance, your hard-working attitude. That's going to motivate you to keep climbing. This is that devil energy that wants to climb that mountain. Okay? It's hard when we're on a Seven of Pentacles and we feel like I've been working so hard, but I haven't been getting anywhere. Well, now we're seeing that we're getting higher and higher and higher. We're seeing the improvements. Okay? And that motivates you to work harder. That motivates you to keep going. Now you're enthusiastic. Now you're motivated, right? And the more you do this, you see you witness the progress. We get motivated. We keep working harder, and we stop. We check. Yeah, it's working, and we keep going. We get more into it. That is giving you a deeper sense of your own destiny. Now we're starting to have almost a religious experience, thinking, feeling, I'm on the right track. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, there may be disaster all around us. We may still be failing at some things, and maybe, we wish we could have it all right now. But we have to see the progress. We have to understand how we're going from this to this. And it may be happening sort of slowly. It may not be all at once. In fact, I really don't think it is. But what the cards are saying to you right now is that you will see the blessing, the miracle, the spirit, the destiny, the fate in this. If you open your eyes and you look at where you're succeeding. Don't focus on where we're still kind of not succeeding as we would like to be. Let's focus on what is working. Let's focus on the progress that we can see. Because that is going to motivate you, and that is going to get you closer to your goals, closer to your destiny, right? And of course, we've got more earth energy in the future position. So this is kind of, this is that moment where we see the progress, and we think, okay, I'm on the right track. Things are improving. I'm focusing on what is working. Now we're getting a more clear vision of what the future is going to be. Now we understand this starlight, this blessing, this divine energy, and what it is showing us. Right? Things look different in the starlight than they do in maybe in the sunlight or in the shade or whatever. So we're able to see now a more clear picture of what our goals are. Okay? And for one thing, I think it's really going to surprise you what picture you see. I don't think it's what you were expecting. Okay? And I feel like this is then how we kind of reverse engineer that. Right? Every time you stop and take a look around and have that spiritual vision and see the future, essentially, with this, it's the Knight of Pentacles, this card. We're seeing the future. Every time you have that vision, it might be a little bit more clear. More details come into focus. And then we kind of work our way backwards and we say, okay, I know what I need to do now. I know what the next step for this devil energy is going to be. This is your engine. This is the workhorse of things, right? This is just you down there doing the work. Climbing, maybe, right? If this is the mountain, this is the view of the stars from the top of that mountain, all right? And this is where we're headed. And I think we have that spiritual vision to know what that future is so that we can understand what we need to do right now. Okay? underneath everything, we've got this Wheel of Fortune. This, to me, is kind of the card that says, hey, surprise. This is going to be different than what you thought it was. What your goals, what you originally maybe thought were your goals, the more we have this process, the more we're involved with this energy, I think we'll realize that our destiny is kind of something other than what we originally assumed it was, in a good way. Right? This is some good Jupiter energy. It's very expansive. It requires faith, hope, and trust. Right? So we have to really believe that we are on the right path. And I think that you're getting reinforcements from the world around you. You're seeing the progress. We're seeing the kind of vision of our goals. You're feeling the motivation. So we're perhaps adjusting to the kind of the new path that we feel is unfolding before us, right? I don't think it's exactly what you originally set out to accomplish. I think we're being pleasantly surprised here with this Wheel of Fortune card. Now, on the path of the Serpent, we start with the sun. And this, I think, is the full illumination. It's going to be fully revealed to you. See, this is a star. But the sun, that's also a star. I'm pretty sure you knew that. But this is kind of a distant goal. This is a destiny, a fate that we still think is out there somewhere. I'm feeling it. I'm receiving the starlight, but it's still kind of far away. Right? It's still kind of a distant goal. I can't quite see all the details yet because it's so far away. Well, now it's up close and personal. Now it's right here. Now it's the closest thing to you. And it is illuminating everything. So I think in the coming weeks, you're really going to have this clarity about what your goals are, what your path is, what your destiny and your fate is. I think it's going to be surprising in that it's kind of not what you expected. It might be bigger than you expected, right? It might be more grand, might be loftier than you expected it to be. But all of the details will be revealed to you, okay? And you will have clarity and certainty about what you're doing. Next card. This is the Queen of Swords. This is the position of the environment, for one thing. There could be an air sign person in your environment. I wonder maybe even if there's an Aquarius person that's very, very closely tied in with this for you. Okay? Yeah, I'm getting an H name as well. I don't know why. I'm getting an H name, maybe an Aquarius. But in the environment, to have this Queen of Swords here, this is saying that you're taking on a new perspective of your environment, of what's happening around you. This, on the one hand, this card is us rising above the weather patterns, the fluctuating emotions. See, we don't have a lot of water energy in this reading. We get our water here at the end. We've got some holy water, right? Some spiritual waters here with this star energy, and this is what's nourishing us. This is what's filling us with this kind of divine emotion. Because what we're doing is we are, via this energy here, we're rising above the fluctuating weather patterns of our emotions. Okay? Because when we're in the Seven of Pentacles, it's really easy to get discouraged. I mean, and that, I think, is kind of maybe where we've been focusing on what hasn't been working. And that's going to we're going to add some emotion in there, and the earth and the water, it's going to create some mud. It's going to be hard to get out of that. So I think with this card, we're trying to get an objective viewpoint. We're trying to take a bird's eye view of our life and of our path and of where we're going. And I think that's bringing us closer to this sun card, this sunlight. And these two together, well, this is a lot of clarity. This is a lot of perspective. This is seeing things not from kind of within this activity, but seeing things from above now. It's a bit of enlightenment. And I think you're really going to see what's ahead of you. Okay. The next card is the Knight of Wands. And now this one, I should go back probably to the Queen of Swords, because this is not only the higher perspective kind of rising above the weather patterns, but this is also a card that is about the union of thinking and feeling. Okay? We don't really have a lot of, small cards, or not a lot of pip cards here. We don't have any swords. We don't really have any cups, except at the end here. But this is the one that kind of says, look, your thinking, your thought process, your beliefs, and your feeling, your values, your water energy is going to be in harmony, right? And that's kind of the message of this card too, because this is the card that rules Aquarius. And this, with the star card, it's kind of interesting. It's like, well, is it air? Is it water? It's kind of a blending of both, right? It is the divine thinking, the divine feeling. And I think that it's very important for us to have that kind of harmony within us, that my beliefs and my values are on the same page. You really believe in this path that you're on now. You see it as a truth, as a destiny, as your fate, and it is, everything is kind of resonating with you, right? But it's necessary for us to take a look around in order to feel that, right? We have to observe so that we can assess whether or not we have this kind of harmony. And I think that you'll find that you do, that your heart and your mind are on the same page here. And when we have this devil energy too, in combination with this Knight of Wands, this is a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. This is, between these two, this is the real desire to just kind of run up the mountain at full speed. Because once you see what your destiny is, once you see what this fate is, you're going to want to just run to the very top of the mountain. But it's not a sprint. Okay? That's why this card's in the position that it's in. This is the kind of obstacle position. Because the obstacle for you is going to be to calm your enthusiasm down, right? To understand that you have to pace yourself. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. We've got to go steady, okay? Because this is that we're getting overly enthusiastic here. We're trying to just run straight up the hill, okay? Because I think you see what your ultimate goal is. You see what's waiting for you at the top here, and this is the 10 of Cups. This is a picture-perfect life. This is pure happiness, right? This is your idea of happiness completely fulfilled in every aspect of your life, full satisfaction, right? Nothing is missing, nothing is lacking from your life. Now, I don't know if maybe it's a career thing. Maybe it's career, but also family, but also creativity, but also your spiritual life. It's everything. It's every area of your life full, right? This is nice. This is a good goal to have. The details of this, I think, that's what's being revealed to you. You're going to see kind of what that looks like specifically to you, okay? But now let's look at this mystery card. I think I already know what it is. But if you want to put your predictions down in the comments section, please do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to venture a guess. I feel it. I don't know if it's going to be true, but I think it's the Chariot. I think it's your power card. Not just because I want to ring the bell, but because I feel like this is kind of going to confirm for me that, yes, this is your path. This is your destiny. This is your time to really be in your power, to take charge, to push yourself forward to the top of the mountain here, this 10 of Cups. It's going to tell me that you're prepared. It's going to tell me that you are already on the road, that you are already kind of making progress in this direction. That's why I think it's going to be a Chariot. Nice. Chariot energy. I get to ring the bell. So this is, obviously, this is your power card. This is the card that rules the sign of Cancer. And I think that this is going to show you that while your ultimate destiny may actually be kind of surprising, it may be different, the details, right? The very specific details to you may be different than what you expected. You're going to find that this is the path that you've been on all along, right? That not much needs to change. It's like you go on a trip or something, and you open your bag and suddenly you realize that you have everything there that you needed. Or, I don't know what the metaphor, what the analogy would be, but you find yourself in need of certain tools, right? Or certain objects, certain types of clothing or whatever, and lo and behold, they're already in the trunk of your car. Yeah. So it's kind of like we've been unconsciously preparing for this. I think spiritually, I think this star energy, this divine energy, your destiny, your fate, has been preparing you for this for a long time, but we weren't really aware that this was the path that we're on. Right? Suddenly we find ourselves in this future, we have everything we need, but it's kind of a surprise, right? This isn't where I thought I was going, but now that I'm here and I realize I brought everything with me that I would have needed for this climate, So I think this is a really good confirmation. And I think that in the next couple of weeks, maybe, you're going to see this clarity coming in. You're going to get closer and closer to this sun. And I think the key thing is for us to focus on, like I said, what is working. See the progress of what we're doing now and how this is kind of illuminating the path in front of us. All right. Very good energy for you. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, click in the link right up there in the corner. New readings for Cancer every Tuesday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. I want to thank you for being here, Cancer. You are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.